Heart Awareness Month. Joining me on Skype is radio and TV personality Mark Pilgrim. Now, of course, he suffered a heart attack in 2008 in his doctor's office. He was a relatively fit and healthy man. Mark, tell us about what happened.
Well, I think one of the biggest surprises, not just for myself, but for so many South Africans, was that I'm considered to be Mr. Health and Fitness, and I had the heart attack. So the big question was, why did I have it? Because I was eating correctly, I was exercising well, but what I didn't realize is that I had a family history of heart disease. So my number was higher than I thought it should be. I just assumed my cholesterol was down, but I hadn't had it checked recently, and my cholesterol had been creeping up to 5.8. Now, anything over 7 is normally bad. Over 5, it's a warning sign. But if you've got a family history of heart disease, anything over 5 is that red flag. And that's why I had the heart attack.
Now, talk me through what happened in that doctor's office. When did you realize you were having a heart attack? What did you feel like? And then what happened afterwards?
I had started getting some pains in my chest. We had just started filming a brand new television show, and I was standing in front of 200 audience members, 7 cameras on me, and I suddenly felt a pain in my chest. And I assumed it was maybe a little bit of pressure because game shows always flop in this country. And this was the biggest ever game show in South Africa. There was a lot of pressure to make it work. So I assumed it was a bit of subtle anxiety, but it felt like an elephant was standing on my chest. And it felt like that for a few moments and then dissipated. On the Monday morning, that was on the Friday, on the Monday morning, I decided just to go to the doctor and check it out. And as I was sitting across from her at the table, I had the heart attack. So it was just so much more intense than before. It was that elephant feeling again. I got clammy, I felt cold, I felt dizzy, I had to lie down. And only when they put me on the ECG did they realize I was having a heart attack. People always assume that if you have a heart attack, you just drop. You don't always drop. Sometimes you're still awake and you're feeling it, and that's what I experienced.
Now, in your particular case, it wasn't a lifestyle issue. It really was your genes and your genetics. Talk to me about life as a survivor. Have you had to make any changes to the way you live?
Most people after a heart attack will definitely have to change their lifestyle because that's one of the biggest contributing factors to their heart disease or their heart attack. In my case, I was already exercising a lot. I was already eating healthy. For me, it was a genetic condition, so I had to start taking cholesterol tablets. And within 3 weeks of popping the tablets, my cholesterol had dropped down to 3.3. So I didn't have to change my lifestyle too much. But for most people, because it is lifestyle related, they do indeed need to change their lifestyle.
Now tell me about the Have Heart campaign.
This is a great campaign. You know, ever since having the heart attack, I've teamed up with the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa. They do amazing work in creating awareness. September is always Heart Month, and this month we've called it the Have Heart campaign. It's hashtag Have Heart. And it's about having heart for yourself, means knowing your numbers so that you can identify whether you're at risk or not. It's about having heart for your family as well, making sure that the lifestyle is correct. Make sure that you eat correctly. And then have heart for South Africa. Let's spread the awareness. Let people know about heart disease. Heart disease and strokes is the second biggest killer in South Africa next to HIV/AIDS. Most people are going, whoa, I didn't know that. They call it the silent killer because it's not so visible until it whacks you and you've dropped.